In your body, when phosphate level rises, the calcium level starts to drop. Not because calcium just magically disappears out of nowhere, but phosphate binds calcium and it makes calcium unavailable. Similar thing happens in your dating life as well. You might have money, but if you have toxic belief about yourself, this belief binds your identity and it makes your value unavailable. When I was 19, I was in medical school and I used to bunk a lot of my classes in order to go out and cold approach women. I thought improving my social skills would finally help me attract the right kind of girl. But no matter how much I cold approached, I still felt inadequate as a man and I did not feel like I was attracting the right kind of girl. Later, I realized that this is an identity issue, not a social skill issue. Anyway, COVID happened, lockdown happened, and I started to suffer from anxiety and panic attacks. To heal these annoying mental health issues, I decided to turn inwards and started to meditate. And meditation led me to the discovery of a fundamental spiritual principle, and that is you do not attract what you want. You attract what you believe to be true about yourself. So, in this video, I am going to give you a 3 simple step of meditation to internalize this spiritual principle so that you can naturally attract the right kind of girl in your life. And the best part is you do not have to go out of your way and start improving your social skills in order to attract the right kind of girl. When you hit this meditation perfectly in your subconscious mind, then attractive behaviors will naturally flow out of you. The first step of this meditation is Yoga Nidra, where you have to be able to guide your attention through your body parts one by one until you achieve a state of relaxation. Then you have to start imagining wonderful things happening to you. Create an imaginal act where you are already an ideal version of yourself and the girl of your dream is already in your arms. Visualize that she is looking up at you with her pupils dilated because she is attracted towards you. Visualize that she is complimenting you, saying things like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing." Provide all the sensory vividness to this imaginal act so that your brain starts to believe that this imaginal act is happening to you in real time. Now you have to be able to discipline your attention so that you can mentally rehearse this imaginal act over and over again until you start to derive the feelings of joy, gratitude, victory, accomplishment, success, and thrill. Once you can properly combine elevated emotions with this imaginal act, you have just rewritten a new program in your subconscious mind. When that happens, your identity upgrades as a person. Now you will be compelled to utter the right kinds of words, to utter the right kind of game, to make the right kinds of approaches. And believe me or not, the girls in your world will start to notice you, will start to come towards you, and they will be compelled to express their desire to be with you. Because your persistent imagination is always creating your personal reality. And you might find this very hard to believe, but just suspend your disbelief for a month and do this meditation for 30 days straight in order to find the reality of this meditation process. Most people in life are the uninitiate NPCs. They believe that money, looks, status, outer game techniques are going to help them to attract the right kind of girl. But once a person eventually comes out of this NPC ness, he starts to awaken to the spiritual fact that, hey, maybe my thoughts and my emotions are controlling my life. Then he starts to take his imagination and emotions seriously. This is the level where a man finally starts to become the awakening creator. He has now shifted from the uninitiate NPC to the awakening creator. But the problem in this level is he starts to meditate, he starts to feel these elevated emotions. But when he opens his eyes, he starts looking out in his external world and he becomes concerned. Oh, are girls going to come in my life today? Did she text me back? He starts to anticipate whether or not his visualization is actually going to materialize or not. But this emotion of anticipation and worry is always pushing your visualization further and further away from you. The third step, and this is the step that you should aspire towards, is the master alchemist. In this level, a person finally understands that imagination is the only reality. He now understands that he just needs to imagine wonderful things happening to him inside of his own head, and he derives the fulfillment, he derives satisfaction by imagining. Then he opens his eyes and he doesn't care. He lets the world reshuffle itself until whatever he visualized actually materializes. He does not care. He does not try to find fulfillment. He does not try to find satisfaction from the girls outside, because he has learned to close his eyes and imagine girls are already with him in his arms in his imaginal act. There he gains all the fulfillment, there he gains all the satisfaction. Now, if you're serious about mastering your imagination, your attention, and the capacity of your body to sustain elevated emotions so that you can finally go from uninitiate NPC to the awakening creator to the master alchemist, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box and the pinned comment section down below. I only work with 4 men per month, so grab this opportunity quick.